And his pops called the cops. The cops were inside our window trying to find everyone. We're all like, shh, shh. I don't feel good, by the way, guys. Aww. Aww. Hey, guys.
Hey guys, so things we did as children. My sister, we used to love riding bike, and sometimes when my sister and I would go to ride bike, before we only had one bike, so we had to share. So I would ride on the handles. So we decided one day, oh, you can't really see past me, so let's come up with hand signals. So we're coming up with these hand signals, and we thought it was a really good idea. So I was like, okay, whenever I put my right hand up, you turn right. And she was like, all right, good. Whenever I put my left hand up, you turn left. So then she was like, okay, well, what if a car's coming? So I was like, okay, but if a car comes, I'll just tell you to stop. If I want you to stop, I'm gonna put both hands up. Then you stop. So of course, we wanted to test them out. So we tried right, tried left, and then we finally got to stop to the stop one. So she did it. I ended up spraining my wrist because I flew off the bike.
As a child, I was very bad. In third grade, so I'm short as is. I'm only like 5'4", so in third grade I was probably like 2 foot. Bought these glasses thinking that it made me look older. No one was gonna recognize me, as a child. They're gonna see me as an adult because I got these glasses on. So Santa Claus glasses, they were round. Thought that was cool too. So we went to the store and we started stealing those Gigapets, and I did laugh like, how many did you get? How many did you get? I got like 20 of them.
When I was like, I think I was turning like 9 or 10, I don't know, something like that. I was pretty young. We had a sleepover. We decided to clean off the wall. So we sprayed the wall down, cleaned it off, and we had whipped cream eating contests off the wall. Yeah. And I remember we would do like whipped cream lines, and then like the finale was a huge whipped cream circle. So whoever ate the whipped cream circle, and it was like all filled in and everything. It wasn't just a circle, it was all filled in. Big old dot on the wall.
Wow, how did I not lose?
You had to go fast. Because it would just melt off the wall. But it tasted like cleaning products because we just wiped the wall.
So my mom and me and my siblings, we would all rotate weekends on who can have the house, who can throw a party. So on our weekends that we had our friends sleep over, my mom went out. So we're like, all right, cool. And our favorite thing to do was to play hide and go seek in the dark inside the house. So we removed legit all the furniture in the house, put it outside in the front yard. Luckily, nothing got stolen. But anyways, so we had like all my friends, my brother's friends, and we would have people, all right, go hide and turn off all the lights, and it was probably the funnest thing I have in my life. That was a fun game. We stuck one of my mom's dildos in my friend's mouth who fell asleep. So we drilled him with lipstick, and then he had his mouth open. So we turned on the vibrator and put in his mouth to
Ew, that's so disgusting. You don't even know if she cleaned it.
She probably did it. She probably did it. And then during the sleepovers, we play like Truth or Dare or whatever. And that's when Joe had to kiss Tara. They only kissed for 3 seconds, but they kissed for 5. I was like, y'all know y'all liked y'all kisses for extra time. And then we made this one guy eat whatever we had in the fridge. So we had to make it and he had to eat it. And we melted X-Lax. We had anything old, we put in that bowl. Oh. After 15 minutes of him eating it, his face was all red. He was like, oh, I'm going to leave. And we were like, why? He goes, because I got to go. It's late. We're like, okay, normally everyone sleeps over. So he goes home, and I guess he gets caught going home. He's asking where his brother and his sister is. And his pops call the cops. The cops are inside our window trying to find everyone. We're all like, shh, shh.
I had this thing where I hated every single guy that my sisters would bring around. But the first one which is my older sister, when I met him, she introduced us. She was like picking me up from school or something, and he, came along, which already was like, she's picking me up from school. Why are you even here right now? So as soon as she introduced him, I just gave him like the hardest kick ever to his shin for absolutely no reason. When I met my other sister's boyfriend, I didn't like him either. My sister used to make me knock on his door and say that I was selling Girl Scout cookies. So from like the beginning, it was already like it was an uncomfortable situation every time we were going to go see him. So the one time we went to go see him, so we would walk all the way across town. We don't live in a big town, but we walked all the way across town just to get to where he was at. So by the time we got there, I was already pissed off. Like, I was already angry. And I'm like 9-year-old Natalie. So she had her bike there, and I don't remember if I had a bike or not, but she had her bike there, and I decided I was ready to go at that time. So, which they weren't even talking or anything. It was like we were just standing there. So I took her bike and I threw it into the middle of the street. And I was like, I'm ready to go. And I don't remember if I ended up having to get the bike out of the street or what happened. But when me and my sister, who used to make me walk across town, her name is Kayla, we used to have like very deep fights. And every time we would have a fight, I never like really had like a comeback or anything. And Kayla, she would always be like, you know what? See if I get you something next time you ask for something. So I would get so pissed off. So I remember the one time we had a fight, and she went to go lock herself in her room. But I was standing at the door because I knew that she was going to try to come peek out. So as soon as she opened the door, I threw the curling iron at her face. And I hit her right in the face with a curling iron.
the first time, not the first time, I guess a couple of times when we skipped school with my mom. My mom kind of scared me. She's Spanish, so Spanish moms are kind of fucking crazy. So anyway, so we skipped school and riding our bikes home, and I get home chilling. My brother's playing his video games. So I'm sitting on the bed doing coloring or some shit. I don't know. And my mom's like, "So you got homework?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't got no homework." No. She said, "Oh, so how you know how was school?" I was like, it was cool. Yeah, I didn't really do much. Right across the face. And I was like, you lie. Your principal called me. You know in school today. And I was like, oh, you're right. Sorry. So I started crying. It didn't hurt. I don't think it hurt. But I think I was more shocked that my mom, I never had any spankings with my mother or father. So it kind of shocked me that she hit me. So that's when I started crying, like, oh my God, Mom hit me. The world's coming to an end. My mom told me when I was a child, every kid, like, oh, I hate you, I'm going to run away. So supposedly I did that. I wrote a letter saying I was running away, don't come find me. And I guess I already had a hiding spot. I hid in the closet. So I had my bag in the closet. She said I packed pajamas and my toys. She said I had no underwear, no nothing, just the pajamas and my toys. And she found me in the closet asleep. So that was that.
Now that we're talking about closets, let's get to a very, very good story. So,
disgusting.
When I was younger, like toddler, not even a toddler, like really young. So I used to always stay at my Titi Alice's house, and she babysat me like every day. Like I remember being there all the time. I remember we used to like look out the window and watch like all these people do stuff out the window, and I just liked being in my aunt's house. So I have no memory of this whatsoever, but she tells everyone the story. So supposedly we were laying in bed, we were in the same bed. And keep in mind, I'm very, very small, infant toddler. So she wakes up and she's like, oh my gosh, Natalie's not in bed. So she's looking all over the house for me. She couldn't find me. She keeps looking and looking and looking. She could not find me. So she starts looking like, all the closets, upstairs, downstairs. So she ends up finding me, and I'm sitting in the closet, and where my aunt lives, it's not a very nice area, but she found me, and I had a rat in my hand, a dead rat, but I had a rat in my hand, and I was sucking on its tail. Yeah. And she goes, oh my gosh! But who knows how I found the dead rat, and who knows how I ended up in the closet with this dead rat. As I'm thinking, like, what if I did this like all the time? She just never caught me doing it. But she always tells everyone this story, and yeah.
Alright, so I lived with my mom pretty much like my whole life. Not my whole life, when I was younger, my whole life. So I moved up here 8th grade. Mid-year of me being there, I got my period. And it's just me, my brother, and my dad. And I was like, fuck. What do I do with this? You know what I mean? How do I stop the bleeding? So I was like, I can't go buy tampons or whatever. I can't tell my dad to get them for me because it's embarrassing. But to my brother, he was gonna make fun of me. So I was like, what do I do? Oh my gosh, I can't go to, to school and bleed everywhere. So I was like, ugh, socks. Ding, ding, ding. So I used my socks as pads. And then my dad's like, I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I need socks, man. He's like, where are your socks going? I'm like, I don't know. I do laundry and I can't find my socks.
When my sister and I were younger, we used to always go to Ocean City for the summer. And my dad, if you ever remember my dad, he's kind of a weird guy. Like, he doesn't like for people to have fun without him. And he's not real good. Like, if you're in a different room and you're just like laughing it up, he'll get pissed off. Like, he gets annoyed by it. So every time we were in the car, it was always this situation where we had to be like completely silent in the car, and we would have to have like our little Tamagotchis or like just something to keep us quiet. So obviously it made us want to be like obnoxiously loud. So my sister and I, we used to do anything and everything that would just make us completely crack up. So we would just like stare at each other and be like and just like be busting out laughing for absolutely no reason. So then we got into this thing where we would take paper and stick it up our nose. So then we would take turns sneezing. So I would stick it up my nose, sneeze. She would do it, sneeze.
The same one?
No.
Oh.
We had separate papers. Stupid. But yeah.
The Pitsy Sticks. They were like really popular. And you got from Dollar Tree. It was like the plastic joint. You had to squeeze the tips.
Mm-hmm.
So people were sniffing it. And I was like, I can do that shit too. Blood. I was like, shit. Alright, so.
Alright guys, so if you want to see us do any other videos, go ahead and comment below what you want to see us do. And tell us some stories down below of some crazy, funny, bad things that you did as a child. We'd love to read them. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye. Mwah.